Hey guys, welcome back to Flying in Space with Planet Head. Um, Today I got a couple different things to go over. The largest gist of this video today will be a long travel excursion from myself from my favorite place in Aridia, Ned, because of the name, to my other place in Aridia, Mayani, Miana, whatever. Um, it's going to be a long trek. I'm going to see if I can make it. Um, it is early morning Tuesday, so probably a quieter time of the day, about an hour and a half after downtime. Um, so I'll get into that here in a little bit. I have no idea how long this video will take once I get into that. I'm going to focus on gameplay at that point. I did have a couple, a quick hint that I wanted to show you guys, and then a few little updates. Well, I can do the updates while I'm flying, so that'll save some time. Um, the hint that I had, and I might have said this before, but if you are your daily and items that you receive from special events, if you don't know this, it's really simple. You can order your items by um, different ways. I have a lot of stuff that's just sitting out here from Air when I first created my characters to whenever I've done different events have popped up, and I hold on to them because I might be able to use them down the road. I'll never use this Air mining range booster. Um, but I might as well just delete that. Long story, I guess I could take that ISK. Long story short, I like to take this and put it on expiry date because that will tell me when the items actually expiry date, not reversed. We need expiry date. There we go. That will tell me when something's about to expire. As you notice here, I've got a Halcyon YTAC 3 booster that's expiring in 1.5 days. So, and then the next one is about 3 days. I could probably download that. And some skins. I don't want to miss out on any skins, free skins, stuff like that. But I want to make sure I'm dropping them off in the right spot or using them at the right times. I'll probably use this Halcyon the next day or so, depending on whatever it is. But it reminds me of stuff that's there versus having it in whenever different orders like names, quantities, that sort of thing. So it is a quick little thing that you can do. There's a lot of items that don't expire, so you can kind of order those as well. But this is a real quick hint if you're ever missing out on things. You're like, oh shoot, I didn't use that one thing, blah, 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 blah. So let's get into the game here. So, long story short, I am in Ned, and I'm going to be flying to Miami if possible. I may die along my way. Probably the one of the biggest chance of me dying. Oop, go. Let's get you back up here. Is right off the bat because yesterday I flew to Ned just to check it out because I was infatuated by the name and realized that Ned, I'm going to cloak up here so I can pull up my map. Ned is here. It was filled with initiative and goon swarm characters. So I cloaked up and didn't really mess around a whole lot. I'm betting that's who is here right now. Yep, initiative and then initiative. And these are really good players of really large alliances. Ooh, there's a Sinosaural field. So this might be a Sino area that they like to jump into. But so I'm going to get out of here. Now, how do I get out of here? I need to take and going to be going to Miami. So I've got to travel up, down, up, down, up, well, up, down, down, through here. Scary part will be right here because it's one way in, one way out. Another scary part will be right here. You know me and Nema. We have a history now. And then fly up this way, and possibly here might be a problem. But I want to check Mayana out. as I was talking about in the previous videos, there's very few jumps in and out of there. And it might be someplace that you guys, if you're interested in moving out to Aridia, I have no idea. So we're going to check it out and see what's going on. I would suggest not moving out to Ned. Ned has people who live there who know what they're doing. So if you're a new player, don't move to Ned. You can go visit him every once in a while. He gets lonely. But feel free to stay away from Ned. Here we go. So, um, and I already forgot how to spell Maalna. Maana. Maana. There we go. Did I not spell that right? May I? Is that an H? Am I reading that right? I don't know. That might be an H. Meahi. I might have been pronouncing this wrong the whole time. He. What did I? Let's try this one more time. I'm frustrated. You're seeing what I'm seeing, right? M. Let's pull up the big board. Click on you. How many? Ah, there's an L. That's not an I. It's a Maalna. Hey, I like that name. That's better than Mayani. Goes from a Mayani would be kind of like, I don't know. It's a Pacific name. I don't know. Sounds like it. Mayani to Maalna. Sounds meaner. So okay. So let's try this again. Maalna. Maalna. Good. 22 jumps to Maalna. Let's make sure that we are on our shorter route. There we go. So that should shorten it up just a little bit. Why do I know that? Because I made that mistake before. Shorter. There we go. 21 jumps. So that will take me through a little bit of high sec. Why do I know that? Because yesterday I had this on the safer routes, and whenever I was going from Ned to from this pocket here, it actually tried to take me up this way, going a safer route versus that. Okay, second thing we want to do is check out the route. So first thing I want to do is just check out Dotland real quick, and we're going to look at our deaths in the last 24 hours, ship and pod deaths. So it looks like, I'm sorry, in the last hour. Did I say that in the last 24? So in Gans right here, we've got a death. In Zayai, we've got a death, but nothing else here in the last hour. So I can maybe take a quick look that way. So we're going to get moving because there's a 22 jump going here, and I don't want to keep this forever. Got that guy there. So we got a couple guys just came in the system. Maybe they're looking for me. So I am going to descan since there's people in system. Just descanning to see if anybody is on the gate. I don't see them. So we're going to go ahead and jump. Looking for people on gates to see if they have any of the smart bombs. Got it. Smart bombs. I need to tattoo that on my arm. So try to get out of here as quickly as possible. I probably should have jumped as soon as I booted up the game. Gotta be careful here. Keep an eye on local, eye on there. Okay. Now I'm not gonna mess around if nobody's in system. Each time I'm going to, now there's a Fortizar here. As I'm going through here, I thought it might be helpful if I pull up stations. There's an Athanar and a Fortizar in here. This one I think is for the initiative. Yep, I saw that yesterday. I think there's another Fortizar in Fobonir for the initiative. But um, one of the comments a while back said, while you're, ooh, okay, got a guy in system, got an Ishtar out here. So he is probably, um, warp within 100, Control B, C1, cloak. Okay. He's probably ratting right now. There we go. Made a safe spot, just in case. So he's now out of range there. Babraya. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just warp to this. I'm going to be a little bit careful to start off with. I'm going to warp to it at 100 while I'm cloaked up. I just want to see if anybody is on this gate. If not, I'll warp to a quick celestial and then warp back to the gate. This isn't 100% foolproof, but there is a Fortizar sitting here. So that is a good spot for people to keep it for. It's the initiative again. I know it by their picture there. I've seen it enough recently flying out here. So what I can do is just warp within 100 of it, bounce off that to go to the gate. Now this won't stop smart bombs on the other side of a gate. Okay, so this guy just came in. He's part of the initiative. And he was at the gate, so he just left the gate. So I'm going to warp back through in hopes that I can just get past these guys. I don't want to bother them too much. There we go. Good, good, good. And we're going to keep moving. Don't mess around. The reason why I'm going so quickly is, and I don't know if these guys do this, but I'm sure they probably do, especially in the nullsec area. This is low sec, but in nullsec, back when I used to play in an alliance, they had some really good intel. They would basically have guys stationed in different areas, and they had an intel channel similar to this. Okay, we got another guy here in system. Anybody on gate? No. So we're going to go planet, pick a random planet, warp to 100, Control B, safe 1, cloak it. Sorry, should have cloaked it earlier than that. Safe that. I'm not going back to these save spots unless I have to. Now let's just do some D-scanning here. Real quick, I just want to see who these guys are. Member of Komodo Corporation, so he's not part of an alliance. But he does have some titles, so he's probably been around for a while. So now I want to check and make sure, since I am on the shortest route, that's the other thing. You notice I'm not checking Dotland and things like that. I know I'm on the shortest route, which is a route that might be gate camped. It's a better chance of it being gate camped. The fact that I did the video earlier, why is Spotify up? Close. I don't use Spotify. Oh, I just upgraded my drivers for my video card and updated my OBS. So I'm hoping that that actually helps my connection and my video making. So it seems to be running smoother. So that's cool. But where was I talking about? Oh, so I'm going the shortest route. So I do need to check these gates and make sure I'm fine. So we're going to go ahead and warp at 100 again, just to make sure. The only thing there is it said his title was Trigger Happy. So somebody gave him the name Trigger Happy in his corporation. So that tells me he likes to shoot stuff. I have no idea why they gave him that. But okay, so I got nobody here. That's good. Gonna warp back to this closer gate and then warp and jump straight through. One really big bonus is the fact that I am actually flying a cheetah, on top of it being really good for scouting and doing this sort of thing. Um, if somebody sees me, you know, they might not even bother trying to kill me because it is such a fast ship. As I always like to say, time is money in this game, and wasting your time trying to kill something that you can only kill like 0.5% of the time um, is uh, something that will get people not to try to kill you. On the other end, the fact that they know what type of ship I'm flying, they might be able to set a trap with a gate camp with some smart bombs on the opposite end if they know I'm going the shortest route. Um, so that's why I'm trying to go as quickly through this as possible. Uh, good. I'm in Gekken right now. What I'm going to do, if nobody is in this area here, nobody's in local, and we'll cloak it up. Now, am I recording? Okay, I'm recording. Good. I updated my recording software too, so that's cool. What I want to do, I was in Gekken. I am flying pretty fast. So this is a scary area right here. Gotta get through here real quick. Yep. Still not too worried. Even Nema, I'm not worried too much about. Let's just pull up Nema real quick. That is the hotbed. Yeah, nobody's actually died here in the last like 8 hours. So this might have been a weekend thing where somebody was camping there. Never know. Um, cool, cool, cool. While I go through these high sec systems, I'll go ahead and pull the map up a little bit more and get a reset. Once I get to those ones up in the northeast corner of the map, that's when I'll slow down a little bit and take a little bit more time. We might want to check to see what has died, and because those could be gate camps. So we are in there. Some of you guys might be screaming at me that I don't need to click this and then click that. It's old school. I'm so used to doing it. It's tough for me not to do it. And my hotkey, a lot of times I press it too fast. So I'm trying to get better at that. But doing something like this, I'm just focusing on what I normally do rather than practicing new ways of doing it. So if you're wondering about that, there are faster ways of doing this using hotkeys. Oop, okay. Nalnifin. Okay, we got a couple guys in system here. So let's go. Random planet, warp. Within 100 is still low sec. B, safe one. Oop, cloak it up. And submitted. Up. That's not a good safe spot. Okay, that's fine. Um, so we've got 5 guys in system. Don't know if they're gated up or not. Let's go back over here. I'm going to go back to the map. Then we're going to remember that we can't remember what our system that we're in. Blah, blah, blah. So we're in now Niffin. Now Niffin. Do you guys watch my videos just to hear me try to pronounce this crap? Sorry for the language, but it's crap. So I'm in Nalniffin. So I'm right here. Okay. So there's 4 guys in system right now. Nalniffin is a junction point going from high sec to low sec. So I need to be a little bit careful here. I'm going to go check out this gate right here and see if anybody's sitting on it. So it is Cecilid. So warp within 100. As I'm warping there, I'm going to save to it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until this is within 14.3 AU of the gate so that I'll have a safe spot on that gate. Submitted. There we go. Oh, I already had a safe spot in here. I'm stupid. So now I've got 1 left. Don't like that. Don't like that one bit. Welcome to... Trying to see what that name is. Welcome to Aridia. Somebody put a mobile depot saying, welcome to Aridia. See, here's the question. I wish I would have warped here just a little bit faster. Did those guys just leave the system in another direction, or did they go on the opposite side of this gate to set up a gate camp? I don't know. I was too far away. I was 62 AU away from it. So we might as well take a chance. Whoop, wait, I've got a Synesis. Just came through the gate. Okay. And that was that guy there. So GF Company. Don't know who GF Company is, but it looks like they are Russian. Probably. Good, good, good. Now he just flew through here. The question is, did he fly through here to see if I was around? I think I'm being paranoid. Another thing I can do is just pull up. I'm looking for something close. Wow, everything is really far away from this gate. That's kind of surprising. I'm just going to warp to a station at 100 and then warp back through. We're going to try and hope that there isn't anybody gate camping the opposite side of here. If they are gate camping, we got Kelly Cap. Who are you, Kelly Cap? Same company, same thing. Interesting. Okay. Now, remember that safe spot that I made? I'm going to warp to it now. This is actually going to save me a little bit. Because now, remember, there wasn't anything close to the gate. Now I actually have a safe spot near the gate that I can do a directional scan to see if there's any smart bombs at it. So, doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like there's any ships. Still got my cloak up. We're going to go back to general. I'm feeling pretty comfortable about this. So we're just going to go ahead and jump on through. Hopefully, sometimes I'm sure if you guys have ever lived out in nullsec or lowsec and you're trying to be sneaky, right when you hit warp, somebody shows up on your directional scan. You're like, no! Okay, so we got the welcome, got the jump. Let's, fingers crossed, no smart bomb on the other side. I am paranoid about them. I've died once to them. But it could just end my video, which would be kind of cool for you guys to watch. Anybody here? Nobody here? Let's get moving. Now this is high sec, so I'm not too worried about it. And we will go ahead and cloak up. Why am I cloaking up in high sec? Why not? It's good practice. So I think we're about halfway there, a little bit less than halfway. We got 10 jumps to go, and one of those jumps is high sec. Yes. Another one of those jumps is Nema. No. Um, in Hira, that's usually not a good one either. So you gotta be careful going through both of those. Okay, so this last part here we need to plan out. Nema is usually a hot spot. Doesn't look like anybody's died recently. Let's go ahead and do a reload. I can use the in-game map if I want to. Actually, I am going to use the in-game map for something here. It looks like this was a pod kill versus a ship kill, or one of these two. Maybe they killed them here and potted them here, or potted them here and killed them there. Actually, it'd be ship then pod. So they killed the pod ship here and killed their pod there. Interesting. So probably right here was where they were gate camping. I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to go that way. Blah, 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 blah. Did I lose my connection? No, it just got real quiet. Been having good luck with the connection lately. Things seem to be running smoother with my driver updates too, so that's good. Ooh, I like Solitude. I've always liked Solitude. Maybe I could go up that way too. Not today, but that might be my way out of here. My kind of goal is this will be my last stint day in Aridia. I'm going to start moving on to my next system or region that I'm going to review. Got some good feedback from you guys as far as what you'd like to see in my reviews of the regions. So I'm going to update that and probably make a list of different things. But okay, so we got one, two. I'm not too worried about these, but gotta be a little bit careful. And then we gotta be careful up here. So let's just keep doing what we're doing. Um, and we'll see. So we got Lex Incura system. I'm not too worried about it. Ah, Lex Incura is in a Terra. Good for you, Lex Incura. Oh shoot, I was gonna do one other thing. So this helped me. Okay, so cancel that. I'm not gonna jump through right away. We are going to. Oops, somebody's coming through gate. Did you hear that? So that's Kura there. But I heard somebody coming through the gate that I was sitting on. What I wanted to do before I jump through here is not that. That's habit right there. I need to scan everything. What I want to do is look at my in-game map and see how many ships are in system in the path that I'm going on. So I'm going to go down here to pilots in space in the last 30 minutes. Okay. Now this is my route here. Got one guy in space there in the last 30 minutes. And then higher, I've got 3 pilots in system there. That's interesting. Kama, 2 pilots, 0 pilots. Yaheba, 1 pilot. Um, 1 pilot. Zaya. So this first set of jumps might be a little bit iffy, but it looks like I'm in pretty good shape here once I get to Zaya. Now this is just an average over the last 30 minutes, but we'll take a chance. Why not? We got nothing better to do. I haven't died in a while. This is a little scary going from high sec into low sec. Actually, no. Actually, I'm going to stop my ship. Stop. There is a hotkey that you can stop your ship with. I never use it. I should. I'm going to show you a little bit of a trick here. So Nema is here. If anybody's going to gate camp, they're going to gate camp there or they're going to gate camp there. I'm going to shoot up backwards. I'm going to go to Rashkarg and then Soda and then down to Nema because I saw that people were there. So I'm going to try to be a little bit smarter than the average. It take me a little bit longer, but this is one small defense that you can do against a gate camp. Go. And when I get to Nema, I will actually backtrack to the Shinda gate and see if anybody's sitting there. I want to see. Probably not, 90% of the time this is um, not needed, but that 10% of the time that saves you, the better off you are. I used to do this a lot when okay, so Soda? I think it's Soda. Is that where I want to go? Yes, Soda. Okay. Um, jump there. I'm not too worried about these gates, even though there's somebody in this system, because this is not a fast route. This is not a spot where people would want to be gate camping. So it would just, while you might be like, well, maybe they're doing it because they are trying not to be obvious. Well, that's just doesn't happen that very often. Okay, so we got Soda, and now we're going to go through Nema. Like I said, I've even got 3 guys in this system, but I'm not too worried about it. And here's the other part. Name is a really quick jump from here. I didn't see him on D-scan, so I don't think anybody's on gate. If somebody is resetting onto this gate to try to catch me, this cheetah is so fast, it could buy stuff. And of course, no one's in Nema. I didn't have to worry about this the whole time. And now I'm stuck because I have to worry about going through Hyri. So this is another scary one here. We got big jump right there. We're going to keep going. We'll keep doing what we're doing. One thing I had never really gotten used to, but it's such a huge bonus. Wow, whoa, hey, hello. We got some guys flying through. Maui was just in the system I was in. Got a heron there. Hardbearer UA. Interesting. Got to be a little bit careful here. Need to get off this gate. Oh, we got 8 people in system. Planet. Do I have safe spot? Yes, I do. Warp there. Cloak it. Okay. Feel better. Ooh, somebody killed a clone soldier. Good for them. Always like seeing clone soldiers die. High Sky's here. He's the guy that likes to kill people. Okay. So Kamiya is there. It's 14.3 AU. I'm seeing an Akator and a Prowler. And nobody else. So I'm going to go ahead and just go for the jump. Fingers crossed. Now, if this was nullsec, and you've heard me say this 1,000 times, I would not be trying to do it this fast. If anyone was in system, I would be going off of Celestials. Just because there might be a random bubble that's sitting out there, I would be taking a little bit more time. I'd be setting up as many safe spots as possible. And took my fingers off the wheel here. And caress. Okay. Planet 5, warp within 100. Just pick a random planet. Control B, safe 1. Cloak it up. Submitted. So we have a safe spot. We're trying to get to gens. So again, we got a coveter out here somewhere. Now, does the coveter mean that this is Karas? Not 100%. This could be a coveter That's at a POS sitting out there. So that a lot of mining ships and a lot of haulers sit at POSs outside of them. So I'm not taking that for granted, but I'm not seeing anything at the Gens gate. So keep on moving. Oh, I was saying this earlier. So I'd never really, you don't see a big difference whenever a ship has a speed, warp speed difference when it goes from like a 2 to a 3 or a 3 to a 4, 3 to 4 AU. Cool, nobody here. But I'll show you the biggest bonus that a cheetah has, and you've probably already noticed it, um, is this right here. The 8 AU per second. I am just flying through these systems. I mean, if you think about it, a probe, if I'm not, the its little brother, the probe that I used to use, I think it's a 4 AU per second, maybe a 5. So I'm doubling my time going from system to system. That is a huge advantage if you're just trying to travel, get from place to place. Okay, we got a guy in system here. A lot of Rex for Concord stuff. That's interesting. I don't like that. So we are going to do a planet. I do this. I could pull up the solar system. There we go. I'm obviously not within 14 AU of this gate. So how do I get close to that gate? Well, number one, I can do 100 AU warp like I'm about to do. Because I'm going for speed. If I was setting up things for the future, that's the wrong thing for me to click. Before I click the um, probe thingy, probe scanner. Okay, so we got nobody on gate here. Warp 2. Nothing super close either. So we're going to warp within 100. Actually, I keep meaning to do this. It's usually better to warp directly to the customs office, but 100 off. Why do I say that? Because if you warp to the planet, even if you do it 100 off, every once in a while I'll get stuck on a customs office. But if I warp to the customs office 100 off of it, I know that I'm going to be 100 off of that customs office. Fingers crossed. Watch this be the one time it doesn't work. So I'm definitely off of it, so I'm not going to be hung up on it. So having this, I basically threw everything into this. Oh, I'm sorry. The warp 2 link there is actually very helpful. So good, good, good. We're almost there. Got 3 more jumps, but some of the scariest ones where there were deaths, but I didn't see any ships in space. So that's important. I need to trim my mustache. It's making my nose itch if you haven't noticed. Oh, if you haven't noticed, oh, shit. Shoot. Sorry. I have a new mug. Oh, we got a buzzard. 15 km off. Okay, he left. Good. Planet 4. Warp within 100. Control B. Cloak it. Safe 1. We go. Okay, so the planet is super close to this station. Well, I'm sorry, super close to this gate. I was worried that I hit jump gate. So I got nobody there on the gate, but I've got a couple of guys here. So let's just take a quick look. Who are you? Losecnia. They're really good at obviously low sec and space madness. Interesting. Okay, so I'm in Shershokin, completely safe right now because of my cloak. So let's take a gander at. So I'm in Shershokin. This is the scary one here. Zeya is the gate that I want to go into. Shershokin is or Shershonen, or whatever you pronounce it. It's one next door. So this is the one that I want to be careful of. It is the best chance of me dying in this whole trip. But we're still going to do it as long as we got nobody on. So Jemmy is still here. That's looks like this is probably a scout. I'm betting. Um, maybe. Um, we're going to take a chance at it. Let's go ahead and jump it through. Now, a scout could be a scout for a group, but most of the time, scouts just sit in systems. They may sit around and rat for a while, but they put their notes into chat so people know what's coming through, what isn't. Oh, we got 2 in system, nobody on gate. I'm going to take a chance here. I'm just going to go do a jump quick. Why? Because I saw nobody was in system here, in space, and I know that Masari was going that south route. It wasn't on the beaten path. It's this one right here. I'm just going south here. So I'm not too worried. I think if they were gate camping something, they would be sitting right there. Almost there, Maalna. I like that name a lot more. We got nobody in system. Maalna, we are almost to you. Gonna go ahead and jump there. Let's go ahead and cloak it up. And we're almost home. Alrighty. Really need to shave a mustache. I apologize. If it's not drivers, it's my mustache. If it's not mustaches, it's I don't have my coffee filled. If it's something else, I should have a checklist. Are you ready to make a video? And we're home. We're here. And we got a station. So, you know what? I like Maalna. I'm going to create a safe spot. Why? Because I can. If I ever create another character, this is a possible spot that I might sit in. I'll have to see what happens down the road. Here we go. So, what does Malda have? If any of you guys are interested in moving into low sec, am I cloaked up? I'm not cloaked up. I'm stupid. Okay. So why I talked about this a couple of sessions ago. Why do I like Malna? Well, the first part here is notice here no ship kills and death kills. Number 2, it's got relatively low traffic. If you look here, it might have the lowest amount of traffic going through it in all of Aridia over the last 24 hours. It does. Even this far-flung area over here, Maalna over here has only 23 jumps in and out of it. That's less than 1 per hour in the last 24 hours. It also has a refinery and a production area. So you can actually build stuff if you want to and live out here in an NPC station and not be stuck. It has an in and out. You know, you don't have to go in and out one direction. You're not stuck here. Other things I like about it is it's fairly close to 2 other regions. Solitude out here. If you need to get something, you might be able to get something out of here. Um, but you can get in and out, and then you can get over to Syndicate there if you want to, really quick. And then Genesis, which I haven't spent hardly any time in, you can get to high sec right here really quickly. So really, Malta is not a bad little spot if somebody wants to sit in here. I'm kind of wish I hadn't brought this up. Maybe the fact that it's at the end of a really long video might be pretty good. Other bonuses to it. Let's just take here. I think it's got, I don't think it has a plasma planet. Nope. There's a plasma up there, but eh. So if you want to do some planetary interaction, not the best. Unless you want to do some light, does it have a lava planet? It does not. So not a big planetary interaction area. Um, belts. Has 9 asteroid belts. So if you want to do some asteroid belt um, hunting, you can do that. Also, right next door, and you saw it, Masseria didn't have a whole lot of action going on in it either. It has 29 belts and 18 belts here. So if you're a belt rider, you can do that. It is the Blood Raiders that live out here, so you'd want to set that up. Uh, what else? What else? Moons. There's 33 moons. I don't know what that means. Sorry, I don't do moon mining. And then this is something I don't know what security class is. It's got these listed here as B1s, B2s, B3s. I tried to look it up, and there were some vague things that people pointed out that it might be how ore is set up. That's interesting. Right there, it's just got a B. So I don't know what that means for security class, but and then your radius, it is a large system, uh, larger than a lot of the systems that are out here. Not huge, but enough that you can hide away from the gates. Enough about Maalna. Let's go ahead and dock up. Um, I'll give a few little quick updates. This is going to be my last day in Aridia. I'm going to be on my way toward my next region that I'm going to check out, and that is going to be Black Rise. So tomorrow I will start my excursion toward Black Rise. Probably do a video of that, how I'm going to get there. I got a couple jumps I have to go through. Looks like I can probably, we'll see what happens. But I'm going to be doing a review of Black Rise. It is a Caldari system, but has a lot of faction warfare in it. So that'll be a difference from Aridia. It is low sec. Um, One thing I've thought about recently is, do I want to do these systems inside of here that are controlled by the major groups? I'm going to do them, but I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time in them like I have Aridia, because they are safer to be in. So I may only spend a day or two in Black Rise unless it piques my interest. Um, because these are areas that you can go to as a new player and get to fairly easily. I want to go out to these farther region areas or low sec areas. Like Aridia here, while it's owned by the Amar, is almost all low sec. So I'll spend more time on tougher areas if possible, unless I die. Last but not least, uh, I did update the Discord channel. If you guys want to join it, I'm going to start, I'll bring this up a little more in the next video. I didn't really want to bore people. I want to get into gameplay today. But I added in a channel here. I recently added in the computer fits. I've been getting some good feedback from you guys as far as where to buy a new computer and get updates. And I was thinking that would be helpful for other people who are looking for updates. Um, but I added in something called Project FanFest 20. Um, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I've never been overseas, but after this last vacation out west, I've been all over the United States. I was just talking to a guy yesterday from, I think, Austria or Vienna. He went to the Vienna Fan Fest, and it's Vienna, Austria, and or he was on his way to it. I know there's one in October, but we were talking about it. Uh, I want to go on my first outside of the United States trip. And what better time to do that would be next year's Fan Fest. The Fan Fests usually happen in April. I've never been outside of the United States, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to start posting things in there of my research and thoughts of trying to get over there. I do have my passport, so that's number one. I don't need to do that. But uh, different ways to travel there, how to get there, Um, and if you guys have any ideas, if you've ever been there, and then if I am able to, they haven't announced the actual date. I think it's usually the first week of April. Um, but once, if I am able to go, maybe transform this chat group come beginning of next year into a hey, we're going, who's going, let's hang out type of thing. So just I threw that in there. If anybody wants to throw anything in there, please feel free. So that's about it. This has been a really long video. It might be the longest video I've done in quite a long time. It's almost an hour long. So I appreciate you guys' patience. I wanted to do a big gameplay video. No, I wasn't blowing anything up, but I think this was fun. It was fun for me. Um, I hate to say it was, uh, but I hope you guys have a great day. Fly safe, fly dangerously, fly however you want, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good one. And I just clicked, there we go. All right, have a good one.